To another edition of the
Good afternoon from inside the Mighty Warriors Den as we are matching up with our final game of the 2020 Bull City Classic as we have the hometown team, Mighty Warriors from Mount Zion, facing Grace Christian. Grace Christian will be in black jerseys, lined in green. The Mighty Warriors will be working right to left to begin the first half. Coming across the timeline, Grace Christian with the first ball. They'll swing it right side to Raheem Harris. He'll go in the paint to Butler. Butler spin around jump shot with Butler for the Mighty Warriors. With the rebound, kicks it ahead to Santiago Nito. He's working the right side. He'll go into paint to Butler. Butler spin around. Baseline jumper for Solomon Butler for the Mighty Warriors. Grace Christian working left to right. They'll come into play. The left side to Garris. Garris left side to Mitchell. Mitchell with his first three. Mitchell yesterday with 31 points, 12 in the first half, 19 in the second. Santiago Nito will head to the free throw line. Correction. There's a foul on the floor. Left side is Jimenez. Jimenez will answer back with three. 5-2. 2 threes by both teams. Solomon with Jimenez with a with the deflection and a steal out of bounds. It's going to be Mighty Warriors ball. Nito with a long three. Butler with the rebound. He'll kick it ahead to Harris. Harris right at the free throw line, spins in. Butler trailing, but it misses the bunny bucket layup as Nito with a missed shot. Five to 3. Nito stands double teamed, facing a man-to-man defense. Right side is Jimenez. Back to Brandon. Brandon with a deep baseline jumper. Rose with a layup and a putback, and it misses the second shot by Rhodes. They set up in a defense, picking up a man-to-man defense. Slowing down the offense is Harris. Harris finds Mitchell. Jesse Mitchell with a wraparound layup. Misses it. Jimenez with the kick ahead to Nito. Nito working the right side, pulls it all the way back out, back to Jimenez. Jimenez with a Euro step, flat-footed shot, and he misses it. Rhodes with the long rebound. Left side is Jimenez. Swinging around to Nito, top of the key. Nito to Butler. Butler stands left side. Goes Rhodes in the paint. Kicks it to Brandon on the right side. Brandon with the baseline jumper, too flat. Coming off the rebound was Butler and his putback, and Butler heads to the free throw line, shooting 2. 5 to 3, first quarter, 5:59 left. Solomon Butler eyes the basket. Dribbles 3 times, spins the ball, squats to knees. Deep squat for Solomon. 6 to 3. Solomon Butler with 3 points. Half of the team's 6. He'll wrap around, dribble, spin, dribble, deep squat, bucket squat, puts up the shot, and it is deflected off the front of the rim, right in the hands of Jesse Mitchell. Mitchell to Matson. Matson's picked up by Santiago Nito. He'll roll right. Santiago will pick up. Left side to Harris. Harris pulls it all the way back out. Between the rings, left side, over to Simmons. Simmons guarded tightly by Jimenez. They'll go to Matson. Mitchell. Matson, top of the key to Harris. Sporadic defense by the Mighty Warriors. Mitchell drives left. 3 on the way by Matson. Nothing but nylon. Tie ball game, 6 to 6, forces the Mighty Warriors from Mount Zion to take a timeout. We're going to take a timeout with him. Catch a word from our sponsors.
Need a place to manage your investment? Then look no further than Fidelity Investments of Holly Springs. Whether you need to roll over an IRA or open a traditional or Roth IRA, our exceptional guidance and wide range of investment options can help you plan intelligent guidance in person, online, or over the phone. We offer access to powerful tools and comprehensive research. We also offer great value, including no account fees and no minimums to open an account. Maybe you want to talk about mutual funds. Choose from over 10,000 funds, many with no transaction fee. How about brokerage? $0 commission for U.S. stock.
Coming in it, out of the timeout, the Mighty Warriors working the left side. Nito offered up a deep 3. Brandon with the rebound, kicks it to Jimenez. Back to Nito. They're working the perimeter. Zamir Rose offers up a long 3. Rebound come down to Butler. Butler working left to right, kicks it over to his point guard, Harris. Harris and Brandon, we got an offensive foul. We got an offensive foul by Harris. So the Mighty Warriors ball, 6 to 6, 4:54 left. Santiago Nito comes across timeline, right side to Brandon. Brandon finds Butler. Butler with the turnaround bunny jumper, 13-footer, no good. Coming down with the rebound was Harris. He'll come in the front court. Pass deflected by Brandon over left side to Simmons. Simmons back to Harris working the perimeter. Nito on the reach. Gets away with the reach. Gets a talk by the official. Guarded tightly Brandon on Simmons. Right side Matson with the 3. Correction. And it was Mitchell with a deep 3. 2 threes back-to-back possessions for Grace Christian. Left side. Right side is Jimenez. Jimenez goes baseline, left side wraparound, and it is missed. Coming down with the rebound was Mitchell, Jesse Mitchell, the sophomore, 6'3", power forward out of Sanford, North Carolina. Turnaround shot by Butler, short. Santiago Nito running the offense. Going into paint, splitting the defenders, going in. He is fouled at the free throw line. And it'll be on the floor. Jimenez will come in to Nito. Back to Jimenez off the left baseline, 16-footer, nothing but nylon. 9-8. Mighty Warriors trail Grace Christian. Left side, three goes up, and it's good by Rasheed Simmons. 3 straight threes. 12-8. Santiago Nito comes on the right side, finds Jimenez. Jimenez finds Butler. He puts it on the floor, left-handed layup, and he's fouled. And he'll head to the free throw line. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. If you're watching this game, this is our final game of the 2020 Bull City Classic. You're listening to it on High Level Media, SHN Sports, powered by YouTube. Butler dribbles twice, spins, dribbles, bucket squats, gets a shooter's roll with a bucket right there. 12-9, Solomon Butler with his third free throw. Mighty Warriors trail by 3. 3 straight possessions. For Grace Christian ended up in 3 straight threes. Second free throw was missed by Solomon Butler. Butler comes across the timeline, left side to Simmons. Simmons with the scissor dribble in front of Rhodes. He'll kick it over right side to Matson. Matson with a long, deep 3. Gets 2 rolls and it bounces out of bounds. Mighty Warriors ball. Mighty Warriors working right to left. Jimenez comes in to Nito. Nito finds Flash and Brandon spin around. Brandon back to Nito. Nito puts it on the floor, 14-footer. Short, coming out with it is Jesse Mitchell. He'll come across the timeline with a sprint dribble. Left side stands Matson. Matson back to Mitchell. Back to Matson. Mitchell stands, holds the ball over his head, guarded tightly by Rhodes. He'll go into paint, 15-footer, nothing but ice. Santiago Nito comes across the timeline with the steady pace run. He'll stop, pull up his dribble, finds Solomon Butler. He'll find Zamir Rhodes from a deep baseline 3. Short, coming up with the rebound is Jesse Mitchell. He'll come into front court, guarded tightly by Santiago. As they step in on the 3, a long-range 3. Butler with the rebound with the putback as Solomon Butler with a block, but he picked up the foul. Checking in the game is McDonald. So Butler, Mekhi Butler will be headed to the free throw line on the block shot, picking up the foul with Solomon Butler of the Mighty Warriors. 14-9. His first free throw is off the right side of the rim. McDonald and Brandon switch positions. McDonald's in on offense, and on defense, he's right on Matson. Second free throw by Butler is good. 15-9. Zamir Rhodes comes into Santiago. He'll swing aside, left side. Butler, as it was stolen from behind, comes down as Garris. Garris to Matson. Matson tries to take his man off his dribble, loses the ball. Picks it back up left side to Simmons. Butler holds it 16 foot from the basket, puts it on the floor left side, kicks it over to Garris. Garris offers up a long-range 3. 18-9 as Mighty Warriors trail. Straight away, Santiago Nito for 3. The crowd here. 18-12. Grace Christian leads. Makai Butler in the paint, spin around, blocked by Butler. Coming down with it is Jimenez. He'll come in the front court, high stepping, left to the free throw line, puts up a shot off the shooter's roll. Butler with the putback for the Mighty Warriors, 18-14. Grace Christian comes across the timeline as Matson. Just under a minute to go in the first quarter. Simmons with a deep three. Coming down with a rebound was Jimenez. Jimenez pushes ahead to McDonald. McDonald 1-on-2, Euro step in the lane, puts up a shot, one too many steps. And we're going to time out, full timeout by Grace Christian. We're going to step away and kick a word from our sponsors, Cardinal Family Dentistry.
Family Dentistry, we are honored to serve the community of Apex by providing honest, compassionate dental care. We focus on preventative care and education to make sure all of our patients enjoy optimal dental health, and we offer judgment-free treatment if you're in need of a corrective procedure. Dr. Barker and the rest of the Cardinal Family Dentistry team want to be a resource for you when it comes to your dental health, so we always keep you well-informed and offer honest guidance to help you make the best decisions for you and your family. Give them a call today at 919-589-5001. That's 919-589-5001. Or visit them online at cardinalfamilydentistry.com.
Welcome back out of the timeout, 18-14, 41 seconds left here in the first quarter as we're inside the championship game of the Bull City Classic. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, watching today's action, as we've had full coverage of the 2020 Bull City Classic. Grace Christian working left to right. They come into play. Left side is Mitchell. Mitchell back to Simmons. Simmons on Matson. Matson dribbles. McDonald right on his right hip. 26 seconds left. And we have a kick ball, and it's going to stay right with Grace Christian. As Jesse Mitchell will come into play. He'll come into play to Matson. Matson will come around the baseline as he traveled one too many steps. Mighty Warriors with the ball, 20 seconds, trailing by 4. Working left to right. Jimenez and Nito will come across the timeline. Left side is Jimenez. Jimenez swings around to McDonald. McDonald to Butler. Butler down low to Rose. Rose with a nice look. It's too short. 6 seconds left. Butler comes in the front court to Simmons. Simmons passed and Garris at the buzzard off the right wing, and that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter. Grace Christian leads at the end of one, 18-14. You're listening to high-level media coverage of the 2020 Bull City Classic.
Pizzeria is a busy, family-friendly restaurant serving up authentic New York-style pizza and Italian dishes. Our full-service menu offers a wide range of choices sure to please everyone. Whether you're in the mood for a brick oven pizza, classic Italian dish like chicken parmigiana, or one of our specialty pastas, you can always count on a delicious meal that's made to order using only the freshest ingredients. To complement your meal, we also offer a variety of wine and beer options, including several seasonal beverages. Give them a call today in Apex at 919-267-6237 or in Fuquay Varina at 919-285-2497 or visit them online at annaspizzeria.com.
Welcome back at the end of one. Mighty Warriors trail 18-14 against Grace Christian. One team foul for the home team, Mighty Warriors, but Grace Christian stands with 5 with a 4-point lead. Jimenez comes into Nito. Nito off the left, wrap around, and he is fouled. He'll head to the free throw line, shooting 2 for the Mighty Warriors. Picking up the foul is Butler. Santiago Nito buries the first one home. 18-15. Second one offers up, and it's nothing but nylon. As Grace Christian leads by 2. They come into front court. Right side is Garris. Garris down low. Shot was blocked. Santiago Nito for the Warriors. Working the right side, 3 on the way. Doesn't quite answer with it. Coming down with the rebound is Harris. He'll come in the front court. Brandon right on his right hip. Left side to Matson. Matson to McDonald. And we have a kick ball.
Hey, net! Hey, get the net! Hey, push the net!
Drying up the sweat on the court. They come into play is Mitchell. Mitchell curls around, goes in the paint. Left in the free throw line, leaves it for Matson straight away. Matson follows his shot, misses the layup. Jimenez coming down with the loose ball, kicks it over to Nito. Nito come right at the free throw line, Euro step, loses it but travels. And that's a turnover for the Warriors. Wilson, Mitchell with a nice easy layup off the left side for Grace Christian's lead, 20-16. Swinging around the left side, Jimenez offers up a long 3 off the right side of the rim. Coming down with the rebound was Garrish. Garrish's pass deflected by Brandon at midcourt. Picking up was Mitchell. Mitchell cross-court pass to Harris. Harris right side, down low to Crabtree. It is out of bounds.
Come on, hey, let's go.
Jimenez to Brandon, back to Nito. Right side is McDonald. They're working a perimeter, trailing by 4. Left side is Brandon. Looking to swing it around, cross-court pass by McDonald. Brandon's pass to McDonald was like it's an end zone pass. Hail Mary at the end of the game. It was not an Aaron Rodgers. Brandon comes in the game with some flashy shoes on. All kinds of different color shoes. Every color. As Coach Dave was upset with the call, he got away with a travel. Santiago Nito into Jimenez. Jimenez with 2. 22-18. 5:38 left. Right side is Harris. We have a blocking foul on Brandon. Mitchell looks to come in. He'll come into Garris, back to Mitchell. Mitchell's guarded by Santiago Nito. He'll go into paint. Passing it down low to Crabtree. Back to Crabtree. Shots blocked by Santiago Nito. 22-18. Grace Christian comes into play. To Garris. Garris back to Mitchell. Mitchell right side to Garris. Garris to Butler. Butler in the paint, backs his man down, looks for Crabtree. Crabtree picking out underneath. Gives up for 2. The right side is Brandon. Brandon working the perimeter is Jimenez with the Euro step, and he took one too many steps. — 24-18, 4:46 left. Grace Christian leads. Mighty Warriors from Mount Zion. Zymir Rhodes comes up with the steal. Santiago Nito right side. He'll give it off, drop it off to McDonald. McDonald in the paint, gets a strip by Garris. Garris coming right at the free throw line. Shot goes up, and it's Mighty Warriors ball off of Garris, out of bounds. The Mighty Warriors come into play, working right to left. Santiago Nito comes into front court. Finds Jimenez. Jimenez left side of Brandon. Brandon with a deep three and is too short. Coming out with the rebound was Mitchell. Mitchell pushed it ahead to Matson. Matson comes across, sprinting into the front court. Guarded tightly by Jimenez, left side to Mitchell. Three on the way. Too hard, but a nice look by Mitchell. Non-contested three. Coming out with it is Butler. Butler goes in, puts up a shot. Zamir Rhodes got him on the body. So Butler will be headed to the free throw line to shoot two. Eye the basket, put up the shot, leaves it short on the front of the rim. Zamir Rhodes will have a seat. Second free throw by Butler was good. Split the pair. 25-18. Mighty Warriors are fighting back. Solomon, top of the key, loses the pass. Grace Christian comes across the timeline, working the right side is Harris. Harris to Butler. Butler puts it on the floor, battling with Solomon Butler. He spins around and takes one too many steps. 25-18, the Mighty Warriors trail by 7. Bounce passes into Solomon Butler. Solomon Butler puts it on the floor, offers up a long range two off the left side of the backboard. Coming down with it is Garris. Garris in the backcourt. Will come across the timeline on Santiago Nito. He'll drive left side, kicks it into Butler. Solomon Butler with the steal. And Butler. Solomon Butler will be headed to the free throw line, shooting 1 and 1.
Come on, Solomon. We need him.
$25-18. Solomon Butler will be shooting 1 and 1. To get the extra bonus, he'll need to sink the first one. Eyes the basket, deep squat, puts up a shot, gets a shooter's roll. Solomon Butler with his third trip to the charity stripe today. 25-19. Second free throw, nothing but the back of the iron. Crabtree with a big rebound. They'll kick it ahead in the front court to Simmons. Simmons holds back to Simmons. Simmons with a long range three. Too short. Butler with the rebound. He'll kick it ahead to Jimenez. Jimenez will split the defender, put up a shot. Not contested on defense, but a lot of traffic. Mitchell goes into paint, puts up a shot. Solomon Butler right there with the defensive. Kicks it ahead to Brandon.
Hey, move the ball, move the ball, move the ball.
Brandon working the perimeter, trailing by 6, 25-19.
Hey, Solomon, seal him harder.
Mighty Warriors trail. 25-19, 2:31 left. The inbounds pass that was deflected between the hands of Nito from Jimenez with a missed layup by Matson. Nito gets it back. He'll kick it to Jimenez. He'll take a baseline runner. Too short. Coming up with the rebound was Brandon. Brandon with a nice feedback. 25-21, 2:06 left. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Great game here as it's a 4-point, and we have an offensive foul by Grace Christian as Josh Brandon hit the floor. Mighty Warriors trail, looking to get ahead. We got right at the 2-minute mark. Working right to left. Santiago Nito left side to Josh Brandon. Brandon swings around to Jimenez. Jimenez staring down the 2-3 zone. Trying to guard the top of the perimeter. Sweet pass to Butler. Jimenez left side to McDonald for three, and it's off the right side of the rim. Coming down with the rebound and out of bounds belongs to Grace Christian. Wherever you guys are tuning in tonight, let us know where you're watching from. We'll give you a big shout out on air. Left side is Mitchell. Mitchell goes into paint, puts up a nice bunny bucket, puts them ahead by 6. 27-21. Santiago Nito comes across the timeline, left side of Jimenez. Finds McDonald. McDonald and Nito with a long-range three. Looked good from a distance, but Mitchell with the rebound. He'll kick it in the front court. Josh Brandon with the reach around. And that will be a foul on Josh Brandon. Mitchell will be inbounding the ball right in front of the Mighty Warriors bench. He'll come into play to Brewer. Top of the key stands Simmons, under a minute to go. He'll put it on the floor, into paint, shot goes up by Garris. The Mighty Warriors, well, they hold for the last shot is Jimenez and Nito. 43 seconds left. Right side, down low to Butler. Butler cannot finish with it. So Butler holds it left side for Simmons, pulls his man all the way out, Nito. 27 seconds left. Right to Brewer. Brewer cutting back. 22 seconds left. Mighty Warriors ball. Josh Brandon goes into paint. Right-handed layup. Couldn't draw the foul. Draws a foul, but bucket doesn't count. Josh Brandon will be shooting 2.
Good job. Good job. Make sure y'all know who you got on defense. Make them.
Josh Brandon. First free throw is off the right side of the rim.
We need one. Know who you got. Solomon, who you got.
27-21. Josh Brandon stands at the free throw line, eyeing his second attempt. Squats, puts up a shot, flicks the wrist, too hard. Mitchell with a rebound. Mitchell's directed into traffic, 13 seconds left. Solomon Butler gets a big screen. Mitchell falls to the floor, he travels. Ball's headed the other way. 9 seconds left.
Hey, 9 seconds.
9 seconds. Jimenez to Nito.
Hey, 9 seconds, Solomon, 9 seconds.
It's going to be Jimenez will come in to Nito. Nito trots across the timeline, 5 seconds. Left side of Jimenez. Jimenez offers up a three. Short, coming down with the rebound at the end of the first half. The Mighty Warriors trail 27-21. We're going to step away with, come right back here with stats, facts, and figures from the first half after a word from our sponsor.
Family Dentistry, we are honored to serve the community of Apex by providing honest, compassionate dental care. We focus on preventative care and education to make sure all of our patients enjoy optimal dental health, and we offer judgment-free treatment if you're in need of a corrective procedure. Dr. Barker and the rest of the Cardinal Family Dentistry team want to be a resource for you when it comes to your dental health. So we always keep you well informed and offer honest guidance to help you make the best decisions for you and your family. Give them a call today at 919-589-5001. That's 919-589-5001. Or visit them online at cardinalfamilydentistry.com.
Welcome back, halftime, 27-21. The Mighty Warriors from Mount Zion Trail, Grace Christian, in the Varsity Boys Championship game. I want to thank everybody for tuning in as we're about to start the third quarter of today's action. I got a big shout out from Toronto, Canada. Brr. That's all I think about when I think about Canada. Cold, cold, cold here in Durham. It's about 61 degrees, shorts and t-shirt, and we're playing basketball in the Bull City Classic. As Grace Christian will be inbounding the ball, they're working right to left here in the second half. Mitchell stands in the left block. He'll swing it around the top of the key over to Harris. Harris guarded tightly by Santiago Nito. Right side is Matson. Matson swings it around. Mitchell with the straightaway. Nice shot off the left block. 15-foot jumper, 29-21. Zamir Rose goes right at the free throw line, puts up a shot, and he is fouled, but he doesn't get the foul. So it's 29-21. It's Grace Christian working right to left. They bounce past it into Mitchell. Mitchell fighting double team action. Pulls it all the way back out to Simmons. Simmons swings it to Matson. Matson left side to Harris. Harris back to Butler. Butler in the paint. Picks up a foul. Solomon Butler with the first foul of the second half for the Mighty Warriors. 29-21. Butler eyes the basket, stares it down, nothing but nylon. 30-21.
Hey, Solomon, you get back. Zamir in the middle.
Second free throw by Butler rims out. Solomon Butler with the big rebound on a defensive side. He kicks it ahead to Jimenez. Jimenez right side, puts it on the paint. Left side to Nito. Shot up, and then he misses it for the Mighty Warriors. Coming down with a loose ball, Butler. Butler's shot goes up, and he's fouled. As Solomon Butler head to the free throw line for the Mighty Warriors. They trail by 9, 30-21. See what the Mighty Warriors can do on the charity stripe in the second half. Solomon Butler dribbles twice, spins it, dribbles another shot, and misses it. Short. She squats way too much in the bucket. Solomon Butler dribbles twice, spins it off his fingertips, dribbles, squats all the way in the bucket comes up with a nice follow through. Splits the free throws. Matson left side to Mitchell. Mitchell to Matson. Matson swings around to Simmons. Simmons bounce pass to Butler. Mitchell in the paint. Misses a shot, but follows and adds one to it with the old-fashioned and one. Head to the free throw line, shooting one. Will be Jesse Mitchell. That's going to be a timeout for Mighty Warriors from Mount Zion. We're going to step away. You're listening to the 2020 coverage of the Bull City Classic.
Anna's Pizzeria is a busy, family-friendly restaurant serving up authentic New York-style pizza and Italian dishes. Our full-service menu offers a wide range of choices sure to please everyone. Whether you're in the mood for a brick oven pizza, classic Italian dish like chicken parmigiana, or one of our specialty pastas, you can always count on a delicious meal that's made to order using only the freshest ingredients. To complement your meal, we also offer a variety of wine and beer options, including several seasonal beverages. Give them a call today in Apex at 919-267-6237 or in Fuquay Varina at 919-285-2497 or visit them online at annaspizzeria.com.
32-22 costs Dave Washington to burn a full timeout. 6:35, just a minute and 20 off the clock here in the third period as Mitchell will be shooting and one. As he missed the bunny in the middle, swung it back out, got his own rebound with a putback and draws the foul. Mitchell squats, puts up a shot, flicks the wrist, and it's good. 33-22. Solomon Butler drops all the way back on offense. as Nito comes across the timeline, working the right side. Leaves it for Josh Brandon. He'll find Zamir Rose. Zamir with a little bunny in the middle of the paint. 33-24. Matson, Miles Matson comes across the timeline, swinging on left side over to Rush. Rush, right side to Simmons, back to Rush. Rush offers up a long three. Too short. Simon Butler with the rebound. They'll kick it ahead, sprint it ahead in the paint. Right side is Brandon with a bunny in the middle. Butler with the putback. Spins around too hard. Coming down with the rebound was Brandon. He'll go up strong with a nice wrap around. 33-26. Matson comes across between the rings. Right side, Brandon traps him off.
Hey, drop under, drop under, drop under.
He's pushed out of bounds.
Samir, you're going to slide over. Slide over, slide over. Don't let nobody in that middle. Solomon, see the ball.
With the inbound pass, shot by Butler, deflected. Wilt Simmons with the rebound. He's pushed by Brandon. Brandon picked up his second consecutive foul. All right, Brandon's got 4 fouls, so Brandon will be having a seat. First free throw by Mitchell was good. 34-26. .529 left. 9-point lead for Grace Christian. Santiago Nito bounce passes to Butler in the backcourt, finds Jimenez. He'll come across the timeline, finds Zamir Rhodes camping underneath. Zamir with left side, layup and good for the Mighty Warriors. 35-28. Miles Matson comes across the timeline, belt high dribble right side over to Simmons. Simmons guarded tightly on the man-to-man defense by the Mighty Warriors. Left side is Matson. Matson bounce passes into Peyton Mitchell. Mitchell goes up strong and in for a bunny in the middle. 37-28. Mitchell with a nice little bunny bucket right up the middle, but a nice pass by Matson to find his wide open man. Zamir Rhodes' pass to Butler was deflected and stole by Butler. Butler scissor dribble, wrap around his back. Comes down with it as McDonald. McDonald looking ahead, nothing open up, finds Jimenez. Jimenez steps in, 17-footer. Doesn't fall, coming down with the rebound. Bounce passes head, back to McDonald. McDonald bounce passes it to Butler. Butler with a spin around off the front of the iron. As Matson picks up as McDonald. McDonald with the foul. 37-28. Jesse Mitchell comes into play. He'll come into play to Garris. Garris back to Mitchell. Left side to Simmons. Simmons picks up his dribble, waits for Mitchell to come to him. Back to Simmons. Simmons with a long range three, and it's good off the left baseline. As the Mighty Warriors look to stop the bleeding here, trailing by 12, 40-28. Nito right side to McDonald, airs off the three, flat. Coming down with the rebounds, Mitchell. He'll lose the ball to Nito. Nito down to Butler. Butler with the right-handed layup, and it's no good with the bunny for the Mighty Warriors.
Hey, pick a man.
Mighty Warriors trail by 12, missing easy buckets with non-contested. They'll come in, Solomon Butler with defense on Crabtree. Crabtree spices it up. 42-28. Jimenez goes into paint, puts up 2 for the Mighty Warriors. 42-30. Miles Matson comes across the timeline. McDonald right on his left hip. Calls a timeout for Grace Christian. The Grace Christian leads 42-30. We're going to step away and get a word from our sponsors. You're listening to high-level media coverage of the 2020 Bull City Classic.
1 in 3 adults in America have pre-diabetes, but most don't know it. To let people know it can be reversed before it becomes type 2 diabetes, professional basketball player Julius Randle is doing everything in reverse.
I'm only dunking with reverse windmills. I drove the whole way to practice in reverse. I don't recommend it. This move's called the reverse shuffle. I do recommend it. And it took me months to learn how to speak in reverse, like this. Years 10 almost for diabetes type 2 with living Ben has mama. In other words, my mom has been living with type 2 diabetes for almost 10 years. So together, we want to say to the 84 million Americans at risk, exercise and healthy eating can help reverse prediabetes. Start by taking a simple 1-minute risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners.
Bet he can't say that in reverse.
Added a timeout. Grace Christian comes in, turns it over to Rhodes. Rhodes comes across the timeline, hands it off to Santiago Nito. He'll come in with a right-handed layup and good for Santiago. 32, they trail 42-32. Coach Barnett stepping in. Been a busy afternoon. Coach and site director here inside the Bull City Classic. Welcome aboard.
Thanks, Petey. Definitely been a busy weekend, but that's the way I like it. I see number 10 knock down that three, picking up where he left off, Mr. Miles Matson.
Jimenez comes across the timeline. Right-sided Nito. Nito swings around to Jimenez. Jimenez goes into paint, baseline jumper, short. Mitchell coming down with a rebound. 45-32. Grace Christian leads the Mighty Warriors from Mount Zion. Right side stands Simmons. Simmons puts it on the floor. Scoops it left side over to Demir. Demir's shot was deflected. Coming out with it is Garris. Garris goes in the paint, picks up the foul, and heads to the free throw line.
Yeah, what happened on that right there, Santiago Nito, number 24, didn't really have control of the ball and was actually moving, left the ball behind him, and then the player from Grace Christian picked it up.
Jonah Garris, first free throw is nothing but nylon.
Yep, number 15, Mr. Garris, I remember him from yesterday. He's a role player, had come in and got some good minutes today.
Garris eyes the basket for the second free throw. Rims out. Solomon Butler with the rebound. He'll hand it off to his point guard, Santiago Nito. He'll work at the far side of the court. Scissor dribble trying to shake his man Simmons off. Finds Jimenez. Jimenez right side to McDonald. Back to Jimenez working the perimeter. Santiago Nito unleashes a left-handed off the left wing.
Solomon Butler had the rebound, Petey, and popped right out of his hand.
Right side stands Simmons. Simmons to Crabtree, back to Simmons. He'll go to paint, leave it to Crabtree. Crabtree turns it over right in the hands of McDonald. McDonald 2-on-2, goes up with the finger roll layup, and it's good.
Christoph McDonald, senior out of Peel Region, Ontario, Petey. Not exactly sure where that's at, but somewhere in the province of Ontario. Oh, nice three.
With a deep three.
Mr. Simmons from downtown nailed that three. Got a good look at it, Petey, and it was all net.
No defense. Defense gave him some room. That's what happens when you give him room. Santiago Nito off the left side layup.
Nice little dribble drive by Santiago. 5'10" junior from South America.
Between the rings, Stings Mitchell. Mitchell bounce passes into Matson. Matson to Garris. Garris with the wraparound layup. Jimenez with the rebound. 49-36. The Warriors come.
Oh, Christoph
McDonald.
Big time bucket right there, Petey. If he makes this and one, they'll get it within 10 and start inching away, possibly at getting it down to some single digits. The game is far from over. We got one more quarter to go after this. 22.6 seconds remaining. For the fans back in Canada, Mr. McDonald's putting on a bit of a show.
4 straight points right here for Christoph McDonald. As McDonald will get the ball from the official. Dribbles twice, puts up a shot, short. Solomon Butler and knocks it off of a Grace Christian player. out of bounds was off of Brewer. It's the Mighty Warriors ball as Jimenez will come into play to Santiago Nito. 49-38, Nito to Jimenez. Jimenez steps back, finds Christoph McDonald. He'll look for Solomon Butler. He'll put it on the floor, goes in for a layup, misses the left-handed layup. Coming down with the rebound was Mitchell. Mitchell kicks it ahead to Matson. Matson double team.
Oh, nice steal.
Nito with the steal. Kicks it ahead to Zamir Rhodes, and that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter. The third quarter. Up next, your Fidelity Investment Money Quarter. The Mighty Warriors trail 49-38.
To manage your investment? Then look no further than Fidelity Investments of Holly Springs. Whether you need to roll over an IRA or open a traditional or Roth IRA, our exceptional guidance and wide range of investment options can help you plan intelligently. Guidance in person, online, or over the phone. We offer access to powerful tools and comprehensive research. We also offer great value, including no account fees and no minimums to open an account. Maybe you want to talk about mutual funds. Choose from over 10,000 funds, many with no transaction fee. How about brokerage? $0 commission for U.S. stock, ETF, and options trades. And how about some cash management? You get reimbursed for ATM fees with no minimum balance required. Sound like something you want to take a look at? Then give them a call today at 800-631-1903. That's 800-631-1903. Or visit Fidelity Investments of Holly Springs, North Carolina.
Final 8 minutes inside the Fidelity Investments Money Quarter. As Grace Christian's 8 minutes away from a championship with 11-point lead over the Mighty Warriors from Mount Zion. Start of the fourth quarter, the Mighty Warriors get the ball. Santiago Nito stands facing a man-to-man defense. They switch back into a zone. Solomon Butler spin around with a left-handed layup, and it's good. 49-40. Down to single digits. Jesse Mitchell comes in the front court, left side to Butler. Butler backs his man down, kicks it cross side to Simmons, and Simmons unleashes a deep three. 52-40. Santiago Nito right side to Brandon. Brandon to Jimenez. Jimenez to Butler. Butler with a spin around jump shot off the right side. No goods. Brandon. So Joshua Brandon will be shooting 2. Josh misses the first free throw. And we got a full timeout. Grace Christian. We're going to take a timeout with them and catch a word from our sponsors of today's action.
At Cardinal Family Dentistry, we are honored to serve the community of Apex by providing honest, compassionate dental care. We focus on preventative care and education to make sure all of our patients enjoy optimal dental health, and we offer judgment-free treatment if you're in need of a corrective procedure. Dr. Barker and the rest of the Cardinal Family Dentistry team want to be a resource for you when it comes to your dental health. So we always keep you well informed and offer honest guidance to help you make the best decisions for you and your family. Give them a call today at 919-589-5001. That's 919-589-5001. Or visit them online at cardinalfamilydentistry.com.
Welcome back out of the timeout. 52-40. Grace Christian leads the Mighty Warriors from Mount Zion in the championship game of the boys varsity.
We got 7 minutes and 15 seconds left in the game. Mount Zion Warriors down by 12. Anything's possible as we have Josh Brandon out of Durham, North Carolina on the free throw line.
Brandon's second free throw's missed. Coming down with the rebound was Mitchell. Mitchell's looking ahead as he would as a 2-guard. He brings the ball up the court. Right side to Harris. Harris between the rings, swings it over to Matson. Matson's guarded tightly by McDonald. He'll go in the paint, put up a little bunny off the baseline. 14-point lead, 54-40. As Solomon, as they come into play, is Jimenez. Jimenez left side. Left side was Christoph McDonald. Shot goes up by Solomon Butler. And it's 54 to 42. They come. We have a over and back violation by Grace Christian. Mighty Warriors.
PD, if the Warriors can get a quick bucket and get a couple of stops, we're looking at getting it down to single digits.
Right side stands Jimenez. Jimenez goes into paint to Butler. Butler go back door to Brandon. Brandon wrap around and lost it. On to going up with a layup. Harris will come across to the front court, left side to Simmons. Simmons pulls it all the way out. Right side. Bounce passes it down low to Butler. Butler to Simmons. Simmons in the paint with a teardrop runner. Solomon Butler with a big rebound for the Mighty Warriors. Left side is Nito. Nito comes in the front court. Look at left side of Christoph McDonald. Baseline jumper is too short. Butler with the rebound. He'll put it on the floor. And the out of bounds off of the Grace Christian Mighty Warriors ball. Jimenez will come in to play. Left side baseline. Comes in and Nito straight away. Left wing jumper for three was Nito.
9-point game, PD.
5:35 left. Mitchell comes in the front court. Right side to Matson. Matson goes in the paint. Drops it off to Butler off the left side. And Butler with the strong as the Mighty Warriors answer. Grace Christian always has an answer back for him.
Definitely, PD. Solomon Butler from Mount Zion, definitely the tallest player out there at 6'7", needs to really protect that rim on those dribble drives. What's happening is number 12, Mr. Butler. So it's Butler against Butler, and the smaller Butler is getting the better of the bigger Butler. In fact, Mr. Butler, I'm sure for Grace Christian is a fullback or something, a lineman. He's a big, stocky young fella and has no problem getting the basket against the taller Solomon Butler. Turnover. Josh Brandon flying through the court. Hands it off to Mr. Nito. Count the bucket, Petey. We're now looking at an 8-point game. Just as I predicted, your Mount Zion Mighty Warriors have inched their way to single digits, Petey.
Yes, and that's with the offense and a push and a stop by Nito. With a great defense by the Mighty Warriors, they stop Grace Christian. They need another stop right here. They get a stop right here. We could be in for a long one, Coach.
Hey, I've seen weirder things happen with 4 minutes as the referee called the offensive elbow, trying to gain the advantage against the Mighty Warriors' tough defense.
Santiago Nito trots across the far side of the court. Lays it off for Jimenez. Jimenez steps in.
Here
Nito
goes
for a
Mr.
straightaway
Nito.
three.
Count the bucket,
Petey.
Petey, we got pandemonium here in Durham, North Carolina on Saturday.
56 to 51.
The people looking from home, from Canada and around the world, we got us a basketball game.
Yes, 2 straight threes by Nito, and Nito looked right at the bench and said, take a timeout on that one, as he is just don't want to get too cocky, Coach, coming in still trailing by 5, but you're in well shot right now of this game.
It's like I said, you know, if they can maintain, I think that the Crusaders out of Grace Christian down in Sanford kind of got a little bit overconfident. 12 points, 14 points they were up by. Mount Zion narrowed it down to 10, and I said, hey, if we can get a stop in a bucket. I did not know Mr. Nito was going to hit 3 trays in a row, and definitely we got us a basketball game.
Yeah, right now it stands at 56 to 51. Coach, it's been a great 2-day tournament here inside Mighty Warriors Den on the campus of Mount Zion Christian Academy in Durham, North Carolina. We've had a lot of great basketball, and next year we're looking to expand it. This year we're limited due to COVID, but
right. You know, we've had up to 72 teams in the Bull City Classic some years back. We used 4 gyms.
So right side is Brandon. Brandon cross-court pass back to McDonald to Jimenez. Jimenez goes with Euro step off the right side.
Just like that, Petey, we got a 3-point game.
Down by 6. Mitchell left side to Harris. Harris is shake and make his man off his right hip. Is Jimenez. 3:55 left. Brandon better watch out. He's got 4 fouls. as Brandon goes in right in the free throw line. Shot goes up, and he'll be shooting 2.
Petey, we got us a 3-point game with Josh Brandon, a 44% free throw shooter. That's going to be, let's hope his percentage goes up today.
First free throw offered up was nothing but nylon.
Petey, we got us a 2-point game. 3 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Last game of the tournament. Mount Zion Christian Academy Warriors varsity team playing the last game of the night. How fitting.
Free throw line was, he knew it was off right when he shot.
I think it was a lane violation. The referee didn't call it.
So Grace Christian to take the ball over with 2-point lead, 3:45 left. Grace Christian come into play. They'll come into play in the backcourt to Butler. Butler feeds it to Crabtree. They come across the timeline to Mitchell. Mitchell stops 15-foot straight away. Nothing but drains it.
Petey, Mr. Mitchell picked it right off where he did for the whole game yesterday and again the whole game today. Dribble drive, not quite making it by Mr. Nito. Little throwaway. Mr. Solomon Butler will go to the free throw line. He was fouled. He was fouled hard. He's got a chance at making his free throws. But, Petey, there's 3 things you can be sure of in life. Death, taxes, and the possibility of Mr. Solomon not making his free throw as he's a 40% free throw shooter.
Solomon Butler takes a deep breath, breathes through the mask. Spins, dribbles twice, spins, dribbles again. Squat with a deep squat, eyes the basket, gets the shooter's
All right.
roll.
Petey is now a 50% free throw shooter. His percent went up that much. Let's see if Mr. Solomon Butler out of Raleigh, North Carolina, 6'7" power forward, a senior, can drain the other one.
Deep breaths, dribbles twice, spins, dribbles again. Bucket squats, puts up the same form, and it's net. 58-56, 1 possession game. 3 on the way, and it's blocked by Joshua Brandon. The Mighty Warriors with the possession with a 3 can take the lead. And Nito with a 3 to answer and hits it for the Mighty Warriors. 59-58, 3:03 left.
Mr. Nito's on fire. Solomon Butler probably going to be called for the foul. He didn't hold his position, Petey. He kept backing up and then going forward. The referee, he went ahead and called the traveling violation. So Solomon gets the credit for turning the ball, making them turn the ball over as your Mount Zion Christian Academy Warriors up by 1 point with a little bit less than 3 to go.
59-52, 59-58. Christoph McDonald holds the ball. Right side is Solomon working the top of the key as they've cleared the paint. 2-3 zone. Looking like they got that 2-1-2 zone. They pull him all the way out on Santiago Nito. He's about to trying to drop him off. Kicks it over to Jimenez with a 3. Rims out. And it's going to stay with the Mighty Warriors.
Not sure that was probably the best shot, as Mr. Samuel is about a 22% three-point shooter. I would have given the ball to Mr. Nito. I don't think he can do anything wrong from threes tonight. Solomon Butler had the ball, but it tipped off his finger. Dribble drive, layup, number 2, misses. Rebound by Solomon Butler. Here come your Warriors.
The Warriors, 2 minutes to go. 59-58.
Possibly could have 2 teams from the same building win a championship tonight, Petey, as the Hosanna College Prep Warbirds pulled off the victory over Aim High Academy fairly easily with a 15-point victory tonight.
Right side, Christoph McDonald, the Canada sensation. Right side is McDonald. He'll go baseline, put up a nice little runner in the lane. Butler, and he'll head to the free throw line to shoot 2. Solomon Butler shooting 52% on the season for the charity stripe. We'll see if he can hit this one to give him a...
Petey, he went from 40 to 52 in a hurry. Solomon Butler, 6'7", power forward out of
Raleigh, North Carolina, out of the city of Oaks.
Yes, sir. Got some beautiful restaurants in Raleigh.
Dribbles twice, spins, dribbles again, bucket squat.
Oh.
Puts up, and it's short.
A little bit short.
I've heard some good things about Solomon Butler. He could be an NBA prospect.
Petey, I heard that apparently one of the coaches from East Carolina University has some serious interest in the young gentleman from Raleigh. He drains
with pressure, 60-58. 1:33 left. In a hurry across the timeline is Harris. And we have a timeout with the crowd getting involved. It is a 30-second timeout. So, Coach, we're going to stay right here as we got a 2-point game, 1:28 left. Second best game of today's action, Coach.
Definitely. The game prior to this was a clinic put on by Hosanna College Prep out of Durham. They were a little short-handed. They played up against 14 players. They had 5 and won by 17. That's immaculate conditioning. I believe the Duke Wall and several weight rooms in Raleigh is the reason for that, from what I understand from the coach.
Yeah, Coach. Coach for Hosanna has definitely put in some time and effort with the players they had today with conditioning. Conditioning is a big factor in basketball, especially dealing with this COVID and coronavirus.
Definitely.
As Grace Christian comes into play, they'll come in. Mitchell over to Garris. Back to Mitchell. Mitchell will take it in. Garris with 3 on the way. Too hard. Crabtree with the rebound. And right there with the rebound, 1:17 left. Santiago Nito comes across the timeline. Up by 2. Trying to shake his man off, and we have a timeout. And it's going to be a full timeout. We're going to step away and catch a word from our sponsors of this fourth quarter, brought to you by Fidelity Investments of Holly Springs.
To manage your investment, then look no further than Fidelity Investments of Holly Springs. Whether you need to roll over an IRA or open a traditional or Roth IRA, our exceptional guidance and wide range of investment options can help you plan intelligent guidance in person, online, or over the phone. We offer access to powerful tools and comprehensive research. We also offer great value, including no account fees and no minimums to open an account. Maybe you want to talk about mutual funds. Choose from over 10,000 funds, many with no transaction fee. How about brokerage? $0 commission for U.S. stock, ETF, and options trades. And how about some cash management? You get reimbursed for ATM fees with no minimum balance required. Sound like something you want to take a look at? Then give them a call today at 800-631-1903. That's 800-631-1903. Or visit Fidelity Investments of Holly Springs, North Carolina.
Welcome back. 68 seconds left. 60-58 is your score. The Mighty Warriors lead Grace Christian as Jimenez comes into play to Nito. Nito cross-court pass to Brandon. Brandon spins out to Nito. Nito holds, gets a strip back.
Josh Brandon, senior out of Durham, definitely has a lot of energy on defense. He'll be one of the catalysts if the Warriors can pull this out. It's Mr. Nito, a three-point shooter, is going to the free throw line. This should be like taking candy from a baby, Petey.
His first free throw offered up is too hard.
Wow.
Coming down with a rebound was Garris. Nito stolen in the backcourt, and we have a foul by Brewer.
Well, Mr. Nito's going to get a chance to go back to the free throw line and shoot that little 15-foot free throw. He's used to shooting 22-foot threes, Petey.
54 seconds left.
If the Warriors
Nito will head to the free throw line.
If the Warriors can maintain the composure and not allow easy buckets on the inside. So we got
three-point game.
You got a lot of possessions left. There's no shot clock. So the Warriors trying to burn some clock when they're on offense. But now the Crusaders, they're not going to be quite as eager to burn clock. They want to score, and who else to put the balls in the hands of?
Mitchell.
But Mr. Mitchell. Mr. Mitchell, turnover. Mr. Kristoff picks it up out of Toronto. He gets fouled. No, ref called a travel. He was trying to get over a body that had fallen on the floor. Technically, that's a foul, Petey. If you impede a player's movement by being on the floor. Crusaders got lucky on that one. 4-point game with less than 34 seconds to go, Petey. Blocked by who other than Mr. Solomon.
29 seconds left. Josh Brandon comes into front court.
Mount Zion Warriors call timeout,
And
settle
we
things
have
down.
a foul. Picking up the foul is Miles Matson for Grace Christian.
Breathe, Josh, breathe.
Josh Brandon, a 68% free throw shooter now, on the line with his nice stroke.
Flicking the wrist, and it rolls out.
Petey, we got a 2-possession game with 26.7. This kind of reminiscent of the Aim High game where they played Winston-Salem Christian. That was back and forth, very close game. Been a lot of close games today. On net.
Nothing but nylon. The net didn't even move. They'll kick it ahead. Right side is Matson. Matson fell to the floor. So it'll be the Mighty Warriors ball with a 5-point lead. 22 seconds left.
Go.
Joshua Brandon comes in the front court, gets fouled from behind by Raekwon Simmons. (63-58). So Joshua Brandon be shooting 2 free throws. First one, he missed the first one, too short. Coach is trying to do what he did with that last free throw. Did not move the net.
Josh Brandon's played a lot of minutes today, Petey. Wearing some very colorful Nikes. No. Who got the rebound but Johnny on the spot? He gets fouled. Mr. Samuel Jamez will go to the free throw line as they instantaneously foul Petey. I'll definitely give the Crusaders credit for that. They want some more possessions. The clock is not running, though, and Mount Zion's getting buckets. Not a good formula or recipe.
Jimenez will squat, eye the basket, put up the shot, nothing but nylon.
Petey, you got a 2-possession game if the Crusaders can get back-to-back threes. If he makes this, it's a 3-possession game.
Jimenez will eye the basket, put up the shot, moves the net a little bit with the made basket, 65-58. They'll come into play to Crabtree. He'll push it ahead to Simmons. Simmons offers up a 3, too short. Coming down with the rebound is Crabtree. He'll go up with a nice little bunny in the bucket, 65-60.
He got fouled, Petey. You got 1.3 seconds remaining. You got a 5-point game.
So 65-60, 1.3 left. So Nito will head to the free throw line, shooting 2. Santiago missed the first free throw. Second free throw offered up is too hard. Off the back of the iron. That's going to do it for today's championship as the Mighty Warriors from Mount Zion defeated Grace Christian in the boys championship game, 65-60. I'm going to come right back here with stats, facts, and figures and the MVP, Santiago Nito, right after a word from our sponsors.
Ria is a busy, family-friendly restaurant serving up authentic New York-style pizza and Italian dishes. Our full-service menu offers a wide range of choices sure to please everyone. Whether you're in the mood for a brick oven pizza, classic Italian dish like chicken parmigiana, or one of our specialty pastas, you can always count on a delicious meal that's made to order using only the freshest ingredients. To complement your meal, we also offer a variety of wine and beer options, including several seasonal beverages. Give them a call today in Apex at 919-267-6237 or in Fuquay Varina at 919-285-2497 or visit them online at annaspizzeria.com.
One in 3 adults in America have prediabetes, but most don't know it. To let people know it can be reversed before it becomes type 2 diabetes, professional basketball player Julius Randle is doing everything in reverse.
I'm only dunking with reverse windmills. I drove the whole way to practice in reverse. I don't recommend it. This move's called the reverse shuffle. I do recommend it. And it took me months to learn how to speak in reverse, like this. Years 10 almost for diabetes type 2 with living Ben has mama. In other words, my mom has been living with type 2 diabetes for almost 10 years. So together, we want to say to the 84 million Americans at risk, exercise and healthy eating can help reverse prediabetes. Start by taking a simple 1-minute risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Bet he can't say that in reverse.
And imagine.
1 in 3 adults in America have prediabetes, but most don't know it. To let people know it can be reversed before it becomes type 2
It takes 5
diabetes,
seconds to send a
professional
text,
basketball
and for
player
those 5
Julius
seconds,
Randle
you're driving blind.
Life is worth more than a text.
Stay alive. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, a message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, Noise, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, friends from all over the world, as we have a 65-60 victory for the Mighty Warriors from Mount Zion. We have our MVP with 23 points tonight. The deciding factor, we have Santiago Neto. Santiago, you come in this game facing Grace Christian, a team that you guys were able to see yesterday play a good game against RCA. What was some of the game plan that Coach told you guys how to stay humble and just play your all's game?
He always told us that we need to be disciplined, have attitude, effort, play hard, and basically play hard, have fun, and that's what we do tonight. We came yesterday to watch the team. They were a disciplined team too, shooters, but we got the victory today.
Yeah, Santiago, you guys come in. You guys were down a little bit in the second half, but you guys, the deep three, the 2 threes right there by you, was great ball movement around the perimeter. You and Jimenez.
1 in 3 adults in America.
You and Jimenez definitely were the key factors on the guard position, but you played the entire game without a break. But I just want to congratulate you on the big victory, and everybody from all over the country is listening and watching. I just want to congratulate you on the big victory tonight and the 23 points. Show your trophy to everybody. You are the MVP of the Bull City Classic. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Santiago Neto. Santiago is your MVP of today's 2020 Bull City Classic Varsity Championship game with the 65-60 victory. Thank you guys for tuning in. From me at the broadcast booth, we're going to send it back. We'll come right back here with stats, facts, and figures of the first half and the entire game.